Hi, Ms. Becker.
Hi.
What's the hardest part of your job?
The hardest part of my job is the amount of worry I have for you guys for your future. When any adult tries to give you guys advice, we worry that you guys don't take the advice. Most people give advice because we've been down that road and we're trying to make it easier for future generations. So I think worry is the hardest part of my job.
Hi, Rebecca. What do you expect from students in their academic and social behavioral skills?
To try their best at all times. Academically, I want them to be proactive and ask for help and not feel like they can't ask for help. And socially, to do the right thing at all times, even when it's not the easy thing to do.
Okay, Ms. Becker, do you think meditation would help them achieve these goals?
Definitely.
Why?
Because it helps bring you back to a center point. It helps you focus. It helps you approach things calmly. For example, learning new combinations for incoming 5th or 6th graders. I have told them all to take a deep breath before they started to try to do their combination. So it just brings you back to a calm center point where you can accomplish whatever you need to and want to if you're prepared to, and meditation definitely helps that.
Do you think meditation will help teachers you?
Yeah, I think it could be a great tool in our toolbox as well to use, especially to be able to do it with our students. Because everybody has chaotic lives, everybody has outside stuff going on that they try not to bring into school or into work or into any situation. So meditation definitely would help leave those things at the door so that their only focus can be on students, and the only focus students have is on their work.
Dr. Palmer, what is the hardest part of your job?
That's a good question. I think the hardest part of my job is probably juggling everything. A lot of times, one parent phone call can take 45 minutes and then I don't get a chance to be in the hall and be around the kids and stuff like that. I love the juggling. I mean, it fits my personality. I like having 100 different things going on, but sometimes I get really trapped in my office with the adult stuff and I don't get out as much with the kids as I would like to. Is probably the hardest thing.
Dr. Palmer, what do you expect from students in their academic and social and behavioral lives?
What do I expect? Well, we have, sort of the 3 expectations for excellence. Show up, show respect and kindness, go pro. I think it's a combination of be here to learn, because this is the chance, free education, but at the same time, there is a social component that's important too. I want people to get along and find friends here and be in community here. So I think both of those things at the same time. How do we build a community that we all feel really good about being a part of, that then helps us to get to that learning place of academic achievement? So I think both.
Dr. Palmer, do you think meditation will help them achieve these goals? If yes, how?
Yes, I think from what we've seen, Mr. Marks has a phrase I really like. He talks about managing your own energy and being able to manage your energy, and I think that's really great. And so the idea that meditation or mindfulness or that quiet time, that we can be intentional about how we manage our energy. And I think teaching that at younger ages, so for teenagers and for adults, can definitely be helpful, because there's a lot of stress in middle school. There's stress for kids, there's stress for adults, and if that can help us to just refocus, then I think absolutely then we get back to the academics, right? Get back to that thing that matters. So absolutely.
Have you noticed changes in students' behavior after meditation?
After meditation was brought to Sanford this semester,
Yes.
I think definitely, yeah. Mr. Marks has told me a lot about what's happened. I was able to come and be in the classroom once in his first hour drama class and watch that in action. And certainly from talking to kids, seeing some of the results of that, I know we've got students who are feeling much more in control, right? And being able to do what they need to do with less stress. I know we have students who've been able to de-escalate faster. I think I can point to you, you've been doing a lot more leadership stuff this spring than you were before, is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Right? So that's a result. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So that's part of why I would like to see this come school-wide. It's something that we all, as kids and adults, can learn how to use that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, to start off meditating, we have to make sure that you sit straight up, with your back straight, and have your feet flat on the floor. And then you're going to want to put out your hands like you're receiving a present or a gift. So you have that open mind and open heart. And then you're going to slowly want to inhale, and then exhale through your mouth. And close your eyes and just only listen to the open heart. On a scale from 1 to 10, when 1 being like the most nervous or most like disruptive or something, and 10 being the most calm, like peaceful, how would you say before and after meditating?
I would say thought I was feeling fine beforehand, but I definitely noticed while we were doing it, getting into a calmer place. And it felt good, particularly being able to do it with a group of students. It was very positive, and then I noticed one of my eyes closed, and I was like, okay. That was nice. So yeah, I would say I definitely felt more calm, more peaceful, very positive. Yeah.
I'm Ms. Wahlberg.
Hi, Jesse.
Do you think people should meditate at Sanford, and why?
I think, yes, exercises such as meditation and relaxation and breathing definitely have a place in the school setting. I think it's a great thing that we could be doing. I think this way because, one, I've seen it work in classes. I've seen when teachers do strategies to calm and relax that it works for students, as well as work for ourselves. So I think it benefits students for many, many reasons, and it would help us, our staff as well, to just help us focus, be ready for what we need to learn, and increase our learning.
I'm Ms. Kelly.
Hello, Miss Jasmine.
Do you think meditation would help teachers and you? How?
Yes, I do. I think it will help students relax. I think it would help me relax. I think things would be more efficient if everything was more relaxed. Who am I looking at?
How do you meditate?
You meditate by like sitting down. So when you sit down, put your back straight, put your arms out like you're receiving a gift, and you just breathe. And that's how you meditate.
How does meditation help you when you're mad?
Meditation helps me when I'm mad. Like, I don't know, it makes me calm. It makes me think about, like, what happened. It makes me, I don't know, it just makes me feel, like think.
Adriana, do you think teachers should use meditation?
Yeah, because a lot of teachers can be stressed out, and a lot of teachers can have other conflicts with other students and other teachers. So that can calm them down. How has meditation helped you?
Meditation helped me because it keeps me calm, and when I'm calm, I can focus better.
Have you seen changes in the other students that are big enough to be significant?
Yeah, actually, a lot of other students that participate in meditation are a lot calmer, and they stay out of trouble.
But there's still some that are acting out, right?
No, it's affecting everybody.
Thank Mr. Marks for teaching me how to meditate.
I thank you, Mr. Marks, for helping me keep my calm.
I'm thankful for the starting of this class because you helped kids achieve their academic, social, and behavioral goals.
Thank you, Mr. Marks.
Thank you, Mr. Marks. Thank you.